One of the things about COVID-19 is that a lot of people have lost employment and have lost their jobs, they've lost wages, they might have to stay home because they have school-aged children. And so as a result, a lot of people are not able to pay their rent. But the really good news is that there are some protections in place, but you have to go to court to be able to enforce them. So right now, Maryland has, under the Governor Hogan's executive order, some special protections for tenants. And a lot of people have heard that there's a moratorium on evictions, but that's actually a little bit of a misnomer because there's only a moratorium if you go to court and actually get your rights enforced there. You have to go to court to prove your case. So the first thing you should do is apply for emergency rental assistance and make sure you keep good records of that. So if you've been denied assistance, make sure you get a letter from that agency. The other thing is keep open communication with your landlord. Get in touch with them, try to work out some sort of payment plan. I find a lot of tenants are really nervous about talking with their landlords because they're afraid of being evicted. But at the end of the day, most landlords are really willing to work with people. And at the end of the day, everybody's going to have to pay the rent. So it's a matter of figuring out how to get that done in a way that works for everybody. The other thing that tenants should do is keep very good records. So make sure you keep everything in writing, keep any receipts that you have, and get a letter from your employer, for example, if you've lost employment, because then you can take those documents with you to court and be able to prove to the court that you should be protected from eviction. What typically happens is a tenant will get a failure to pay rent notice on their door or delivered to them personally. And if that happens, what you should do is call Mutual Pro Bono right away. And what we can do is help you figure out what paperwork you need, what documentation you need, and then we have a fierce network of volunteer attorneys who can come to court with you and make sure your rights are protected. One of the great resources we have in this community is called Midshore Behavioral Health, and on their website they have a list of all of the shelters in our region on the Eastern Shore. They actually have a daily update of how many beds are available in shelters, so that is a wonderful resource. And then also folks should be applying for rental assistance. Sometimes it takes a little bit you got to put some paperwork together, you got to submit your application, but every county should have emergency rental assistance available to tenants.